Sagittarius, welcome to the Tarot Room. My name is Robyn. And Sag, today we're going to do a what's next in love style reading. Let's see what's going on in love. Let's see what's coming through. Let's get their intentions, see how it's going to play out. Let's see what you can expect next in the near future in the department of love, Sag. Let's talk about ya. We got a little poker face. Poker face. Okay. We have taking a chance, risk, being strategic, not showing their hand. Someone's gambling here. Maybe you guys are just playing some cards. Who doesn't love cards? I'm a big card person. But let's get into the reading. Let's see what's going on. Let's see who's coming towards you. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're being aloof. Well, we start this off right now with the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy on the table. But it looks like dating, right? He's holding up his cup. He wants to take you out for drinks, whether it's coffee, bubble tea, or alcoholic beverage, or just some water. Maybe just a walk through the park. Either way. We start this off with, okay, oh my goodness gracious. Then we have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Could be strategy, could be lying. We're going to find out. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in the house. Could be an age difference with this Page of Swords. We'll see what that Seven of Swords is. We'll get to the, oh damn, what's this? There's a lot of swords here. A lot of thinking here, Sagittarius. Okay, Eight of Swords come through. What else we got for Sag? Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, but the Knight of Wands is in reverse. And Sag, for those of you who are interested, I am open for personal readings. If you'd like one, the link is in the description box below. And I know I've reverted back to this format here. It's just temporary. I'll be back next week. I'm going to try Saturday. I just, my son told me that I don't spend enough time at the cottage with him. So it is my big goal this month. We didn't go to the cottage at all last year because of the dogs. We got the puppies. I didn't want to bring them up there. They're still training them and stuff. So it's cottage time for us this summer. It's important to him. So he's important to me, Sag. So I apologize for that. We're just up at the cottage right now having some cottage time, but I wanted to get the readings out because I haven't, I don't want to ignore. I'm a workaholic. All right, it is what it is. Capricorn, Venus in the house and Taurus rising. So I will go back to showing the camera on me, but when it happens throughout the summer where this happens and I show the cards, it just means I'm at the cottage. So I just took him up there. He really likes it up there. So we have Temperance here, Sagittarius, how appropriate. And there's the Two of Cups and there's the Five of Wands. There's a conflict, a struggle, a challenge with this person. We do start the reading with a bam, there's this person. So you either already know this person or they are coming into your life like right away in the near future. What do we need to know about this King of Cups? What do we need to know about this King of Cups here? Page of Pentacles, they're reaching out here. Ooh, well, hello, Empress energy in the house. This person really recognizes your value, your worth. They think very highly of you. They want a fresh start. Okay, you might know this person. The Tower. And there's the Nine of Pentacles. There's a five. They're worried about competition. This Five of Wands isn't conflict, it's competition. They want to know, yeah, there's a King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So I do feel you know this King of Cups. We're going to get a little history. I'll see what I can figure out to maybe narrow that down a little bit. I mean, how many people from your past still love you, baby? There could be lots, Sag. There could be lots. Or there's just one significant one. We shall find out. But this person wants to know if you're dating, if you're single, who's around you, is there competition? We got the Tower. So I'm not sure you're expecting to, we got Empress energy and Emperor energy in the house. Power couple alert, power couple alert. They're having a Tower moment over this ending. There's the Page of Cups, quite a few pages. Definitely could be let's do proper English, an age difference. There's definitely some conversations here. What are they saying? What's the history? What does Sagittarius need to know? I do feel this is not a new person. This is someone coming through that you know. So what do we need to be aware of that here for Sag? The Nine of Swords. You did not like how they treated you. Okie dokie, smoking. No. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I think we had the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You're not so happy with this motherfucker. Okay, you're going to want some answers. So they're going to be coming through here, and you're going to be wanting answers from this person. So it is someone that you're not so happy with. You're not going to be doing the Irish jig. You're not going to be giving them a high five and jumping into their arms here. You're going to be wanting to, you're going to be a little bit guarded here. You're going to want an explanation. So this is someone that you're not necessarily happy with how they treated you. And you're going to be looking for answers here, Sagittarius. That's why the Page of Swords is here. It's like, you know what I'm seeing in my head? Michael B. Jordan. You know when he does that eyebrow thing where he lifts up one eyebrow and he looks all suspicious? That's what I feel is suspicious. Why are you here? Why are you talking to me? What do you want? What are you saying? So the Page of Swords is you looking at this King of Cups with suspicion, trying to figure out his intentions or her intentions, what they want, why they're reaching out. Now, there is a lot of divine energy there. When I say divine, this person considers you compatible with them. Wonder why they treated you not so stellar in the past. But we shall find out. You're going to be looking for answers from this person here. So, like I said, they're not going to be greeted with the Irish jig here. Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords is an awful lot of thinking. Are they lying? Are they cheating? Are they a stealer? Do they have ulterior motives? What do they want? What's the Seven of Swords? What does Sag need to know about that? Seven of Swords. The Page of Cups here. Okay. The Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. There's King of Cups. You want to know if they're being honest here. You're going to be got your poker face on. This person's not going to be able to read you, Sagittarius. They're not. There's the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, they really feel like, whoa, like look at the energy around this month. What did they do? Why did they treat? Oh, here they come to speak their truth. Okay. So as I say, is it's an explanation or an excuse? We'll find out. But you're what they want. They're coming back for a relationship. They think you're their destiny. You make them happy. But you're definitely going to be aloof. You're definitely not going to show this person what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But I do feel you're going to listen to them. You're going to hear what they have to say. Because I do feel you want answers. So this isn't someone that you're going to slam the door on. You don't want anything to do with them. This is someone, if this is your reading, that you want answers from. You want to know what happened, why they did what they did type of energy here. All right, what's the Knight of Wands in reverse? What does the Knight of Wands in reverse for the Sag? Three of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Well, damn. Okay. Well, this person's definitely, I'm going to say matured or grown up a little bit here. There's the Ace of Cups. Oh, I like that came out. This person's very physically attracted, right? The strength in a love reading is going to be physical attraction, but there's the Ace of Cups. There's the emotional connection. This person might have been a player. Someone laughed at me for saying playette, but you can play it. This person definitely was not looking for a relationship, available for a relationship, or they just liked options. They were in their ego. But what they've realized here is that made them alone. Now they're hurt. Now they're alone. They don't want to be alone. So it's kind of like someone suffering the consequences of their actions and realizing that, which is a huge growth. I would love if everybody realized that in this world. Not everybody will, not everybody does, but this person has. So they want a fresh start here. So they'll kind of be letting you know, like with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I think they were in the Knight of Wands energy before. Unreliable, maybe mixed signals, maybe hot and cold, whatever that would be, but it's got them left out in the dark. And they're just realizing that they don't want to be alone. They'd rather be with you. So they definitely want a fresh start. They're definitely coming in with a different energy here. And the Temperance is you. So there is a very strong, this has come out twice. The Strength has come out. So it tells me you're attracted to this person too. But there's the Nine of Swords, the Six of Wands. You're wondering if this can work. What are their long-term intentions? I do feel it's relationship, but what are their long-term intentions? I just want to clarify that for Sag. The Moon, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. But there's the Star, and there's Justice. It's good and bad. There's the Hermit. They don't know. They're going to test the waters with you. They might not fully trust you. That might have been part of the problem, Sagittarius, because we did have, this person has trust issues. So the fact is they do want a relationship. They don't know if they can trust you. They want to. There's some trust issues here. So you're going to have to decide if that's, well, if trust can be built between the two of you. So they're worried about you and other people. This person has trust issues. Let's just say that. So what they want is a relationship, but they have issues with trust. They don't fully trust you. So that's, yeah. But they're going to tell you this. Okay. At least they're being honest. Yeah, at least they're being honest about it. So they'll be kind of probably tell you what happened to make them not trust you or just not trust people in general. This person has trust issues. They do want a relationship. They're ready for that. That's what they want and that's what they seek. However, there's trust issues here, Sagittarius. So what we're going to do is grab some oracles. We're going to see what they want to say. And we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. I think it's July 2nd today because last night was the firework time in Canada. You know, it's Canada Day. So it's July 2nd today. So we'll go out to the end of July, beginning of August. We'll see how things play out here. What's the caring connection between Sag and this person coming through. Signs. Watch out for signs leading you to true love. True love. Oh my goodness. Okay. True love comes when you least expect it. Wow. Alrighty then. Maybe the signs are, maybe you've been feeling this person coming through. Maybe you've been seeing their name in lights or just seeing some numbers or some synchronicities, you know, songs you guys like or whatever. Okay. What is the hidden truth? I do feel you know this person. So if they could say, I left you before you could leave me. There's trust issues here. Be aware of that. We will be together again. But they want to trust you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You are on their mind all the time. Every time I see that card, I always think of that episode of Fresh Prince. Remember, for those of you who watch Fresh Prince, the one where they're in the school and that beautiful woman walks by and Will Smith is like, your legs must be tired because you've been walking through my mind all day. I really do feel the comedies of the 90s were so funny. The comedies of today do not compare to the greatness of the comedies of the 90s. Okay, so let's stop talking about the 90s. Let's talk about you. Let's get to your future. Let's get your potential outcome. As I said that, 11:11 on the clock. So, interesting sign leading you to... Okay, I'll stop that. Let's get your potential outcome. So when I say potential Sag, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, well, golly gee, let's see where you are in the month of August. Let's go a month out here. What do we got? What do we got? We got death and rebirth. We got transformation. We got the Page of Cups. The Eight of Cups in this deck is a manifestation ritual. She's walking away from a ritual. She's walking to the sun. Well, we got some pigs flying here. Let's see. The energy's not clear to me yet. What else we got? That card fell down. One moment. Six of Cups. There's a look at both of these cards are dreaming. Dream Weaver. Okay. There's the Hermit. And she's kind of like in her own little world floating here. Whoa. There's the trust issues. There's the Hierophant. Okay. There's the Knight of Cups, though. There's the King of Wands. Damper, handsome gentleman here. There's definitely physical attraction between the two of you. That much is very clear. Could be another Aries, Leo, Sag, or this could be you. But there's the crossroads energy. There's the romance. I do feel this person's going to lay it on thick. I think they're going to be very sweet, very romantic, really trying to kind of pull at all the stops and press you here. But there it is again. So I feel there's a crossroads energy. I want to touch base on the death here because what I see is you're wondering if you're being realistic. Am I being realistic? Is this going to work? Am I just dreaming here? Like, you know, is this real? Like, you know, that's what I feel. And I feel that I like the energy with around you, Sag, because you're going within, right? So the Hermit energy, you're trying to trust your intuition, trust your intuition. So I do feel there's a dreaming energy. I do feel maybe you manifested this person back into your life or just manifesting love and your manifestation's coming in and you can't believe it. But I do feel trust issues here and I do feel uncertainty. What's the death and rebirth? It's like, I kind of feel like it's, have they changed? Are they going to treat me right? Is this going to work? I just get this, am I dreaming? Like, is this, you know, am I dreaming to think that this can work, right? That's the feeling I get here. What's the death? Let me rephrase because I didn't ask the question. Spirit guides, what's the death and rebirth here in this potential outcome so I can better understand, or you're not going to rush? No, you're not going to rush it. Okay. There's the Hermit. You're prepared to walk away if you need to, but you see a future here. That's the thing. There's you. And there's changing the way. There's, have they changed? And there's the Ace of Wands. Are they coming back for naughty time? Okay. I see you're not going to rush into anything here. You're dating them. I think you're changing the way that you're dealing with this person, but I feel like you're also wondering if they have changed. So there is an element of you're not afraid to walk away. I still feel a little bit of aloofness here. This person, I don't think they can read you at all. Sag, I think that there's a little bit of aloof energy. And I kind of like what I'm hearing is the more aloof you are, the more they're going to try because they want to know what you're thinking. They want to know what you're feeling. So we're at this stage here in a month from now where you're wondering if you're being realistic. Is this a dream? Can this work? You're not afraid to walk away, but then the Hermit's there twice. So I feel, like I said, that aloof energy. You're definitely not, like I said, you're not jumping in their arms. You're not doing the Irish jig here. Have they changed? Let's see. They can say a lot of things, but have they changed? Are they trustworthy? Can they trust Sagittarius? Because you don't want to be, you know, in a relationship with someone who's jealous or controlling or trust issues. There has to be trust if there's going to be a relationship. Can the trust be built? Have they changed? Can you give Sag a little clarity on that? Death. Oh, that card fell out. Three of Wands. They know what they want. I do feel they've changed, and I do feel effort here. But that doesn't, they know what they want. They want to be with you, but there's still that guarded energy. So you'll be taking this slow. Yeah, there's a little bit of withdrawal. I feel both of you kind of mirroring that. So Sag, in a month from now, you're dating this person. You're getting to know this person. I do feel trust is going to be built. It's going to have to be built here. So it'll be a very slow moving energy with this person. You're definitely not in a relationship. You're not committed. You will not be eloping to Vegas here in the month of July. But there's potential. So I see a lot of potential. I see a lot of strong connection, and I feel like you want this, but you have to make sure they trust you, and you have to make sure you trust them. And you don't want someone who's going to be in and out, hot and cold, or push you away when things get tough. So take it slow, move forward. Don't be afraid to walk away if you see those red flags. And what I see is a little bit of aloof and withdrawn energy. You're just going to take your time and get to know this person and see if you're being realistic and if there's potential here. You go on a date, this motherfucker. All right, Sag, that's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So, Sag, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you like your reading, if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, for it helps my channel to grow. I'm going to do a final message, and for those of you who don't like the yes or no, you don't got to watch it. I'll do that right after for those of you who do like the yes or no. I figure that might be a good compromise here, because let me tell you something. This yes or no is pretty controversial. Some people freaking hate it, and some people love it. So I figure this is a good compromise. So for those of you who do not like it, here's a final message for your reading. Spirit guides, final message for Sag. Final message for Sag. Okay, what do we have? There are days I drop words of comfort on myself like falling leaves, and remember, it is enough to be taken care of by myself. So schedule 15 minutes in your day for your favorite hobby or activity with no objective other than to bring yourself pleasure. All right. And for those of you who want the yes or no question, let's get it. Yes or no? What's the answer for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Yes or no? The answer is never. All right, Sag, I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.